fun fact, the LG G8 has been my primary driver for most of this year, and if you go on my Twitter, that is the device that has the 95% storage capacity filled.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Fiona, aka Tech It Supreme, your supreme source on all things tech, and today we are talking about the LG G8X ThinQ. Are we still doing that? I mean, marketing team. I had a little chat with LG today and got this bad boy and its friend. And very excited to get my hands on this because the LG G8 has been one of my primary drivers for most of the year, ironically. So it was actually fun too, and school is letting out. It was very fun to kind of have the continuation of this dual screen series be another G8 model. So I'm very excited to unbox this for you guys. I'll just give a little basic rundown. I don't have the release date off the top of my head, but I do know that availability is at AT&T, which we have an AT&T model here, and is also at Sprint and Amazon, and there's supposed to be other carriers and retailers coming later. What we were told is that the device would likely be around $300 on carriers with various deals and signing of new leases and things like that. And unlocked, it would be $699.99. So that's just kind of the basics for now, and we can get into more details later. Okay, so we have the device and we're going to unbox. And we've got a 6.4-inch display, a Snapdragon 855, and we have Snapdragon 855 and I believe it's 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage and a 4,000 milliamp hour battery on this. What do we got in terms of colors? Pretty basic. We're not gonna complain. Obviously, we have the dual screen that is an attachable accessory. And it does come, if you purchase the device, it does come with the device. It's not a sold separately accessory, which I think is a big plus. I'm just chatting with LG. They were talking a lot about, especially users in Korea have really taken well to the dual screen concept, more so than the foldable. So for now, LG doesn't really have any plans to do a foldable because the dual screen appears to just be their wheelhouse to have some extra additional unique options in the market. And LG does call the dual screen a smartphone, unlike Microsoft, for example, who just calls their product as a dual screen a device and not a smartphone, even though it does make phone calls. But hey, to each his own. So we can do a little bit of a startup. Let's actually, okay. So we're putting in. So I know that there's the original model. Oh, it's on. Yay. The original model is the V50, which I kind of just got a quick hands-on with during, I want to say it was Mobile World Congress, but I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. But in terms of basic design, it's pretty standard. Again, it kind of it looks like a gaming console, if you will. The attachment, the accessory gives you a front screen and a back screen, And what we were talking about at the briefing was pretty much just that the both screens are identical, just to kind of have a uniform experience. But on this side, we do have the this is the actual phone on this side, and this is the alternate screen. So in terms of, like I said, we kind of already had our basic setup when we started. We're not connected to Wi-Fi at this time. This is the back, and we do have a dual camera, and if we want to, we'll actually could do a quick comparison to the standard G8 to the standard G8, which has a very similar dual camera setup. And again, just in terms of design, very basic, nothing to necessarily write home about. Obviously, the big selling point here is the dual screen, and the fingerprint sensor has moved from the rear to the display on the G8X. In terms of the device, maybe we can play around a little bit, but I'm imagining this is not necessarily something that is, okay, there we go. Definitely in terms of trying to get the device inside, this is the G8. The G8 is obviously a smaller device, so we can do side by side with the G8 and the G8X. Or is it G810? You never know these days, do you? We've got a larger body, but other than that, the designs are fairly similar. And we've got a nice little dark screen access to your navigation, your settings, and various navigations. I do have to say that we lucked out. I am a little bit myself, a little bit of a headphone jack purist. I enjoy devices that continue to use the headphone jack, primarily because it usually means there are headphones in that come with the device, but I think we are missing out this time. We've got a cord and a dongle, and that appears to be it in terms of internal accessories. So I honestly wonder now if adding the dual screen as a in-box accessory has replaced the headphones. Here we go. I don't know if we can see. We've got a headphone jack here. Has replaced the headphone accessories as the main accessory with this device setup. That is just an interesting thing to consider. Just kind of handling, it does kind of have a more rugged type of feel. I would honestly be interested in seeing a drop test with the device itself, kind of like a face down this way or a face down this way. That just seems frightening. If you kind of back face down, it probably would be fine, but other drop configurations probably would not be as sturdy. And LG did mention that the handset, the G8X handset itself, is waterproof, but the accessory is not. So that is also something to take into consideration. If you have it, that's kind of what this is. It's kind of like an, if you have it, you may as well take advantage of it. But I would imagine that it is something where if someone had just the phone with its own case, there, it would probably be pretty easy to not use it. But if you have it in the setup at all times, that probably would be a very big proponent in use. You would have to have this set up the way it is all the time in order to really want to take advantage of it. For now, this is going to be it. Please let me know what you think. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Finally remembered that one. And we're going to get back to this with some internet connectivity and a little bit more playing with it. So until next time, bye.